Okay, is this thing on? Future me will say, as a disclaimer, this video is strictly my opinion. This is my opinion as an American. This is how I feel. This is my stance. And I am not in any way trying to project my opinion and my stance on anybody else that's watching this video. You watch this video and you take this video for what it is, and you decide who you want to be. What's up, people? I want to start by saying I don't typically, this is very, very rare for me to get on here and make a video of such. But, you know, I'm kind of sick of, I want to talk about, and I had made another video before, again, but very angry. But I'm going to talk to you Americans this country is doing. And hopefully a calmer perspective, because I don't want to offend. I don't want to offend people. Kamala Harris. That's very hard to do in this country nowadays, and we sit there and poke fun at Russia about him telling his people they can't say certain things. Well, we're slowly climbing to that nature, and it's a wonder why a lot of countries do that. And I'm going to tell you why. You know why a lot of countries do that? Because they don't want to deal with the crybabies. Like, you put it all out on the table, and if you have a situation where, okay, we're just going to make a rule so there's no arguments, going to put it out there and say, you know what? You can't say nothing except what needs to be said for everybody, right? But see, why they do that is because they don't want to have to deal with crybabies. In this country, we have a lot of liberal crybabies, whether it be for a certain ethnicity, whether it be for a certain way you want to live your life. Crybabies. I've never heard anybody criticizing someone for living a normal life, living a prosperous, respectful, normal life. I've never seen anybody criticize another person for being respectful, for being clean, for having good hygiene, for living the way God intended you to live. I've never seen anybody be discriminated for that. I'm just going to leave it at that. So let's move on. I am distraught by the fact that we have a problem with financial stability in this country right now, which is obvious. We have lies, which propaganda is being put out there that the American people, 71 or now it's 80% of the American people are for paying higher gas prices at the pump to help Ukraine. I can guarantee you, and ask the 20 people around me, did they get asked their opinion about that? I guarantee you all 20 of them would say, no one ever asked me nothing. So my thing is when you see these type of numbers and results, 71% of what people were answering that question. Did you go out and ask 10 people and 71% of 10 people said that? And what kind of environment were they in? What were they doing? Were they in a hurry? Did they not know what was going on? Maybe you did ask them at the pump. Maybe they're, just going to say it, maybe they're Biden supporters already. I mean, what kind of people did you ask this question to? That's never told, because I can guarantee you'll get the same answer from me every time you ask me that question. And the answer is no. I don't support Ukraine enough to suffer here at home. That's their business. Look, that could be debated, what I just said. That could be criticized, what I just said. And there is going to be so many criticize comments on this video, which I welcome the comments, and you know, I welcome anybody's opinions. That's what I'm here to say. This is America. This is our country. This is our land, and we are all entitled to our opinions. So moving on. In this country, we have seen since Biden has been president, gas prices continuously increase. Inflation is the worst ever. You can't even find cars, new cars on lots anymore. I drive by new car lots and it's like a ghost town. Groceries, highest they've ever been. I think I went to the grocery store last week and I seriously spent like $200 on 8 things. Man, back in college, I could spend $200 and that shit lasts me 2 months. I'm beside myself. So what I'm trying to say is, and I'm going to get right to the point because my last video was long-winded. That's why I didn't post that one. But I'm going to say this. When you get on TV as a politician and make it clear to our country, which is to me a slap in the fucking face right now, that you're pouring billions and billions of dollars for just one section. Then you're pouring millions and millions of dollars for another proxy section of the war. To this country state that's the size of Texas, that Russia wants back as their own property, which used to be, that we want to go stick our noses in this country. And to me, if you care so much about the Ukrainian people, then why aren't you on a plane over there and helping them fight? I don't want to be the one to say you could sit over here and boo-hoo and say you care about those people all you want. But until I see anybody get on and say, oh, if they let me get on a plane right now, I'd go over there and fight with them. There's going to be people that probably do think like that. That's great. To each his own. But if you ask those same 71% of people that say they're willing to pay higher gas prices for the Ukrainian people, let their next question be, okay, so if you care that much about the Ukrainian people, are you willing to go over there and fight for them? Because the way I see it now, and you know, and I'm not speaking of the higher middle class or the high, you know, the rich in this country, because obviously, you know, the way gas prices are now, it's not really bothering them too much. But if you ask the right people and they compare the fact that, well, do you really care about the Ukrainian people enough to go over there and fight for them? Because that's pretty much what the lower class and middle class people are doing in this country right now. And you're making them feel like, being that, one, our inflation and gas prices are not because of Putin. I'm sick of hearing the lies that we're being told, the propaganda, because this was the perfect opportunity for the Biden administration. Oh, look, we have an out now. We could just constantly keep telling people it's Putin's fault. It's Russia's fault. Look what's going on. It almost makes you think that the Biden administration wanted this war to take the heat off of them. Just going to leave it at that. So to claim that 71 to 80% of American people that you asked, that could be people, that could be 71 to 80% of 20 people in this country. Who did they ask? Did they ask 5 people? Did they ask 10 people? Did they take a survey? Was something mailed to everybody in the mail asking this question? Where did they come up with that number? Look, I strongly believe, I highly doubt that if you got all of the American people in a room, that you would have 71% saying, yeah, I'm willing to suffer economically for a country that's the size of Texas that Russia wants back. And this country was one of the most corrupt countries in the world to begin with before this happened. Biden's family was in debt over there. I mean, I could go on and on about why do we care so much about that country? Why? For our own benefit? Or was there something over there that we were trying to hide? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. See, that's what I was doing in my other video. I'm not going to say shit like that because I don't know. What I do know is I'm going to speak for myself and say I'm utterly appalled. Can't believe I'm talking like this. I am utterly appalled by the fact that we're sitting here in our own country, kicked back, not saying anything about what's going on in our own country right now. And we're letting them blame it on Putin. As far as I'm concerned, you got to remember, Putin decides to go on a military whatever in Ukraine to get Ukraine back. And we want to label him as a bad guy. Did the world label us a bad guy when we bombed Iraq for claiming they had nuclear weapons? When we, Afghanistan, when we were fucking killing civilians, we were killing civilians in Iraq, we were killing children. What happened to us? Were other countries going in, pouring billions of dollars into Iraq and Afghanistan and all those other countries? Were they doing that for those? No, they weren't. No, they weren't. And I don't really want to get into that because there's a lot of deep shit in all that. And I'm trying to stay online here. And I'm going to go ahead and end this video now. To say I'm sick and tired of the fucking lies from the Biden administration. And I'm sick and tired of hearing all the fucking crybabies in this fucking country. This is why we have what we have, because of the fucking crybabies. Because we're all worried about shit like, oh, electrical cars. That's what we're worried about? That's what Kamala Harris is getting up there and trying to portray to the country and be excited for? No, Kamala, we're not excited about electrical cars. First of all, before you get excited about electrical cars, they have to be affordable. You have to have the infrastructure for everybody. My community, I don't see one fucking piece of electrical infrastructure coming out of the ground for someone to fucking park their electrical car and plug it in. The only people that are doing that are with homes that they're building this infrastructure in their homes and they're able to do that shit at their house. That's the only people I see doing that. In order for the electrical car industry to take hold, you have to build infrastructure for it. Where the fuck are you going to plug in your car? If I go out and buy an electrical car right now, where the fuck am I going to go plug it in at? Where am I going to charge it? I don't see nowhere here where I'm at. So let me get off that subject real quick because I think you guys get the idea of that one. I just wanted to say how fucking pissed off I am that we are flooding this fucking unknown country with fucking billions and billions of our money when we have homeless over here, we have struggling middle class people, we have people that can't afford their bills, why aren't we fucking sending out stimulus checks to our own fucking people? Why aren't we fucking pouring billions and billions for this, millions and millions for that, for our own people over here in this country? Here, buy a new car, mister. Here, buy a new house, Mrs. Mister. Here, have your money to go to school, sir. Why aren't we doing that over here? If we have that much money to give away, to other shit that has nothing to do with us. Why are we not using? Why haven't we used that kind of money to help Americans be stable and even maybe more stable? Guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you got something from it. If I keep going, I'm going to get too emotional. And typically when I do that, I start really speaking my opinions because they're how I feel. And I was trying to keep it logical. So thanks for watching. You guys, I welcome the negative comments. I welcome the positive comments. This video is for you guys. And hopefully it gets out there and you guys can talk about it. And peace and hair grease. Till the next one. Thank you. I love you guys. I'm out. Peace.